What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this one I'm continuing to show how to make Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. This is part 9, and in this one we're going to be doing this little room along with starting the big boy game station, which is really just going to be doing this little, like, tent entrance area, and that's all. But yeah, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. So to start off the little room before the game station, you want to, well, start by getting out polished diorite, red concrete, smooth quartz blocks, cyan concrete, okay, there we go, andesite stairs, tough slabs, stripped warped hyphae, and anything else? I guess yellow concrete and smooth quartz slabs. Sure, that works. We're going to start with all of the, like, I guess, structuring of the room and then worry about the walls last because we have, like, a million concrete colors we'll need for the walls. Although we will try to work around the shaping that we'll need, so, yeah. You want to start off by kind of heading to the other side of this door, and I'd place just a row of polished diorite kind of outside of this yellow concrete, like so. Extend it out on either side just by one for now, because you'll end up taking these outer polished diorites here and bringing them up with 5 cyan concrete each. You'll then go up from there with 5 red concrete. And the top 3 rows of red will connect together with cyan concrete, which is really just bringing this little cyan concrete rectangle back a row. You should have this. You'll extend the polished diorite from this point, both left and right by 2. And then you'll place a red concrete on either end. You'll extend the red concrete and the polished diorite both back by 14. Which is really just creating a giant floor. We won't do the front of the wall with the red because there's some andesite walls we have to have polished diorite under. So that'll make more sense in a little bit here. But oh, I didn't get those out. That's unfortunate. Well, we can get rid of the diorite, I guess, fairly soon. Won't be a huge deal, but still unfortunate. And then, did I? No, I did not bring that red concrete over. Go figure. Warp. There we go. And you should have a floor. This is roughly the size of the room. It's not I mean, I guess it is the floor space. At least the diorite is. You can extend the red concrete on these sides up an additional row, just so we kind of, I guess, know the difference between what's floor and what's not floor. As I mentioned on the, like, front here, these little sides, this side is really nothing, so you can actually just bring the red into the corner, like so, on the right. And if you're on the left here, you want a polished diorite in the very corner, along with just one moving in. This block can be a red here just before the cyan, and then I'll bring it up. But yeah, these will have andesite walls on top. But we will worry about that later. I'm gonna just, like, assume that's not a mistake, because it's weird. So on the... If you're looking towards the front here, it'll be on the right side from the perspective we just used. It'll be over here, whatever. These 2 red. You will take the, well, I guess middle of the row of 3 here, and just bring it up with a red. It's the very corner here on the front wall. The other side doesn't have that because there's an andesite wall in the spot, and I don't know if it's supposed to be there anyway, but it is there, so, you know, I'm gonna just leave it and pretend like it's fine. Extend the red now from this point on the left and right back an additional 1, only on the top for now, so we kind of know this is different, and then you'll extend it in by 3. Extend the 4, I guess, rows there, up with, well, also 4 rows of red concrete. That will include the corner, and then the rest of the blocks moving in. It's weird, my skin looks different because of the update. It's, like, brighter. That's weird. Why am I glowing? You'll ignore that fact, and then you'll just bring the red from that point up with... Is it just 5 rows of cyan? Yeah, just 5 rows of cyan concrete. I mean, it is fairly tall, but... That's as tall as the room should be as of right now from that little thing we made on the front wall. The weird, like, arch. The top 2 rows of cyan concrete can connect together. And then instead of just placing one block in the corner, you'll place a little bit of an L shape kind of. So I guess if you just placed one and then placed another one off of that block off each side, it'll give you this. Nice. You want to bring that entire shape backwards an additional 3 rows. This thing is quite thick. I'm not really sure why or what their intention is of making it this thick, but it is quite large, so yeah, we will try to replicate that. You don't actually have to fill in the center because you won't see it anyway, so I'm just going to kind of hollow it, I guess, just by doing the outside instead. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I don't think I said that yet. I am for the most part. Like, sometimes I don't know, I get deja vu. I say it too many times, that's why. It's like 2 times a day if you think about videos and streams. But either way, you should end up with this. Guess we'll place the andesite stairs now while I'm considering it. Really, either one of the middle 2 rows, it doesn't matter which one. I'll take the frontmost one, or closest to what we've already been building. I'll just place andesite stairs in the top 2 rows. You could go lower than this, you could go like the top 5, or even just go all the way down to here. But I think it's nicer to have this one a little bit more open because it leads into a very large room, and I think it's cool to be able to see it. You also may want to consider doing the same in this doorway. I just, like, completely forgot to. I probably won't, though, either. Well, I might add, like, 1 row like this. I don't really think I'm against that, although it does look weird, I feel like, because this doorway is just strangely shaped anyway. But regardless, is it supposed to? It is supposed to be like that. That's weird. It feels like it should be a block taller. I don't know. Anyway. Just to the right of this kind of archway, you'll take the second red concrete going over, and you'll place at eye level an upside-down andesite stair facing towards you. Above it, a regular andesite stair, and then from the upside-down stair, you'll place an upside-down tough slab moving towards you. In front of that, just a regular tough slab to make the lever pointed down. That is the way you flip it when the gate opens, so if you wanted the gate closed, you just have the tough slab up rather than down. For the little logo, you want to take the row of cyan just above the top of the entrance here. It should be the, like, middle 3 here, and it'll just place yellow concrete in front of them. Extend it left and right by 1, and then also down a row to create a 5x2. On the left and right yellows, you'll place upside down smooth quartz slabs, and then you'll kind of make a zigzag pattern in the center. So you'll go in with a, I guess, up diagonally in with a regular slab, and then down diagonally in with an upside down slab. And it will also create an M unintentionally. But it does, I guess. So there's that. We'll do, I think the right wall we can do a little bit of, and the left as well. So on the right side, you want to start from the back, and we're going to work left to right, and on these first 2 rows, we'll just place 3 smooth quartz on top of each. And so we'll just place this 2x3 along with a little part at the front, so not really from the corner 1 block back, you'll really just place smooth quartz up to the height of this, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 smooth quartz. Along with the row, I guess, left of it, you'll do everything but the very bottom block you'll leave. We'll fill in the rest of that once we actually have, like, the sign in and stuff. I just don't want to worry about it yet. On the left wall, there is absolutely 0 smooth quartz, but on the little, like, sides here on the front, you can bring these reds up with smooth quartz to the same height. On the other side here, this side where you only have the 1, you will have the other row of smooth quartz, and you'll actually kind of have it mimic the other side how the smooth quartz is, where it goes, you have that red concrete there, you will leave that open. You might also want to place smooth quartz on the corner. Did I use smooth quartz or use something else? I actually used yellow concrete powder on the corner, but I'm going to place a smooth quartz on this one because I don't feel like dealing with the concrete powder right now. If you want to place a placeholder row of smooth quartz on the top of either wall, you can, just to kind of connect to the archway so you know where the room is. Basically, it'll just connect to the top corners of the archway like so. But I say this because you want to fill in the ceiling with sideways stripped warp hyphae facing left to right. I would probably recommend going on top of the smooth quartz, at least on the right side here. Like, I'm going to make these actually facing at least the first 4 because we have a couple of andesite walls there that will be visible through the thing. So, dude, the thing is so descriptive. Wow. think I will just go on top on both sides. I don't really see the point in not. I'll start with just placing an entire row. Actually, why am I placing an entire row like that? I'm gonna have to go back and forth anyway. Yeah, whatever. Sometimes you do learn, sometimes you don't, I guess. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna stop being so perfect about it. It's fine. No one will see it anyway. Except for everybody who's watching this video, but that's not the point, I guess. Look away. There. Solved the problem. Easy. So yeah, you should have this. At least on the left, I'd remove the smooth quartz. You do technically need it on the right, but it's up to you if you actually want to keep it. Before we clear our inventory, you can take the polished diorite here in the middle of the doorway and just extend it kind of into it by 2 blocks. And then have 3 rows of yellow from that, which will stick 1 past the red. And if you also want, you can extend that yellow left and right by 4. So it's actually at the end. That'll be maybe important in this video? I don't really know. Potentially, perhaps. I would clear your inventory now, though, and get out. We'll start with the fun side, aka the left. Yellow concrete powder. Light blue concrete. Yellow concrete. Red concrete. Light gray concrete. Andesite walls. And then for the other side, can we even get like enough to make this worth it? Purple concrete. Lime concrete. And cyan concrete, I guess, is fine, whatever. So we will start with again, the left, which is the wall that has literally nothing. We have a little bit of smooth quartz on this wall. We just don't have any on this side. So going left to right in each row, you'll do as follows. You'll start from this first red and go across and place an andesite wall. 3 yellow concrete powder. Light blue concrete. Yellow concrete. Red. 3 light blue. 2 yellow concrete. Light blue, and then 2 light gray. Next row, you'll start on top of this andesite wall and go left to right. 3 concrete powder, which are yellow. 3 light blue. 2 red. 1 light blue. 4 yellow. 1 light blue, and 1 light gray. Next row, 2 concrete powder, which are still yellow. 3 light blue. 2 red. 1 light blue. 4 red. 2 yellow, and a light blue. Next row, 1 yellow concrete powder. 3 light blue. 3 red. Light blue. Red. 2 light gray. 2 red. Yellow, and then an andesite wall. There's a singular yellow terracotta that I missed. I can't believe it. Next row, yellow concrete powder. 2 light blue. Yellow concrete powder. 2 red. 4 yellow. Light gray. Red. Andesite wall. And then this will be the yellow terracotta, so I guess get rid of like the cyan concrete or something. Yellow terracotta there, and then yellow concrete. Next row, light blue concrete. 3 yellow concrete powder. Red. 5 light blue. Yellow. 2 andesite walls, and then 2 light blue to end. Next row, we're almost there. 5 yellow concrete powder. 5 red. 2 light blue. Andesite wall, red, andesite wall. Next row, 6 yellow concrete powder. 2 red. 2 light blue. And then red, andesite wall, red, andesite wall, red. And then the final row is just 6 yellow concrete powder, and then the rest will be red. Nice. On that top row, you will take not the leftmost red, but one to the right, and just extend that all the way across to the other side with red concrete. Just a random pillar in the middle. Don't know why it's there, but it is. For the other side, there's not a ton we can do right now. I would start by actually, like, in the corner here where I mentioned you have this hole, you'll just fill it entirely with andesite walls. Don't, if you are worrying about putting blocks behind the andesite walls, don't do it on this room yet, because this room is double layered from the outside anyway for the game station, so It's not really a huge particular deal. So, on the left side, or on the, I guess, right side, you will look at this wall, and on the left, you will actually break this, like, top row of smooth quartz. Here, just 4 blocks is all you need to break, and in the leftmost 2 rows, you'll make full rows of andesite walls, until you hit the smooth quartz rectangle at the bottom. The next row over going down is a row of 4, and then the final one is a row of 2. From this little rectangle here, just right of it, you'll place a light blue concrete with a purple on top, light blue on top of that, and then a lime to the right. Right of the bottom light blue and purple, you will place going to the, well, as I said, right, 8 yellow concrete per block. From the bottom yellow, you'll go right with another yellow concrete, and then 2 yellow terracotta. Extend the left yellow terracotta up by 1. Clear your inventory and get out cyan concrete, yellow wool, red terracotta, pink wool, pink concrete. I think it's pink terracotta. Yeah, I still can't tell the difference for some reason. But it's pink terracotta, I swear. Blue wool. And a dark oak sign. And I guess we'll get out smooth quartz again. So, starting from this end yellow terracotta, you'll just place on top of it 2 yellow wool. To the left of this same one, you'll place a cyan concrete. Up diagonally left with a red terracotta. Up 2. And then left 1. From the bottom red terracotta, you'll go left with a smooth quartz block, and then 2 pink wool. Go up with another pink, then left with a pink concrete, then up with a pink terracotta, did not realize it was all 3, and then from that you'll go down diagonally left with a blue wool, down 1, left 1, and then up diagonally left with a cyan concrete, which should be on top of the lime. On that lime, you do also want a dark oak sign like so. Whoa, that's also brighter. Huh, weird. Seems like they just destroyed the lighting in Bedrock now. It's awesome. Really glad that's how they decided to spend their update for the game. Fill in the rest of this wall anyway with smooth quartz blocks. We'll do the banners in a moment, which are going to go over that yellow concrete, but we'll finish off the rest of the room, I think, first. Because anything I can do to procrastinate doing banner letters. There you go. Clear your inventory, assuming you have all the walls filled in, which I do, and you want to get out to start. End rods, dark oak trapdoors, red nether bricks, crimson slabs, and prismarine walls will be all you need for the main stuff. For the texturing, you will need, obviously, the 3 floor things, so red concrete, light blue concrete, and yellow terracotta. And then the walls are just diorite and calcite, which I'll explain that in a second, although we only have 1 slot, go figure. Start with the ceiling lights. If you are from the front where you entered this room, you want to look at the left side and be on the 4th strip board pie over from the wall, which is this one. Just in front of that red concrete. You'll place an end rod. On the other side of it, you'll leave the first strip door pie open, and on the second one, you also want an end rod with a dark oak trapdoor below either of them. Connect those together by just crouching in the air and placing them. The other side is similar, it's just on a diagonal instead. So it's up against the right wall, you'll count left by 1 and place an end rod here just in front. Then count back by 3 and right by 1 and place another end rod. Again, dark oak trapdoor under either, and this time you can just bring them each towards each other by 1, so you have this. Along the left wall here, where you have this kind of red concrete line that actually, where it connects into the base, I guess, just behind this or to the right, you will break these 2 red concrete and replace them with red nether brick. From this angle, it will be left of that off the wall here, you'll place a crimson slab. Left of that, 2 prismarine walls. From the rightmost prismarine wall, you'll break the floor along with one block moving towards you and fill it with red nether bricks. And then again, it's the same thing as we've done so many times throughout both this and chapter 1. Just the red concrete, light blue concrete, yellow terracotta floor, just kind of dotted around in whatever pattern you so choose. You could do a repeating pattern if you want with structure blocks throughout all the rooms. I guess it's a little late to say that now, but I don't think that's particularly a horrible idea. Just, it would have to be done right. I'll put like something like this. I actually have like something like this here as well. It's like a little bit of that. Get in some more of the reconnecting. So before I do the banner letters, for the wall texturing, we may want to start doing this first in rooms because there's a lot of rooms with like pipes and stuff that are going to be annoying to work around. But you'll get out diorite and calcite, and you'll just do the same thing we've done before, going down like 4 blocks odd, 4 to like 2 or something, or maybe 5 if you're feeling extra. And you'll just have a random amount between diorite and calcite. Again, it is preferred to have it have some sort of wavy look, like this kind of. I think this would look, you know, something like that around the whole room. And you could even have areas where it's only 1 and the diorite isn't there, just to kind of break it up. Definitely is not a terrible idea, but yeah, you just want that all the way around the room. Obviously, with like the andesite walls, you won't really touch it. Although you could texture those with, I don't know, whatever, like tough walls maybe, or whatever. You can throw some texture in there for sure. You'll see later I do start to texture those, but at this point I haven't yet, so I won't particularly bore you with the details of that one yet. But yeah. Hopefully you should be finished already because it's a small room, and you can start by now getting out your loom along with the banners we need here. Once I can find the loom, there it is. You need a bunch of yellow banners along with, as expected, yellow dye, black dye, and also red dye. So if you wanted to steal the banners from the dome in chapter 1, like you should be able to just fly up there. Oh, I don't actually have it, never mind. But it'd be like somewhere in that direction, you'll see it. You can, but again, I'm not near it, and I gotta show you how to make them anyway. So start by putting in your first yellow banner, and we'll start with the red P. So put in your red dye, and you want to do line down the right side, which is pale sinister. Put in a yellow dye and do the full bottom half as yellow, which is, what is it called again? Perfess inverted. Put back in your red, do line across top, which is chief fess, line through middle, which is fess, and then line down the left, which is pale dexter. Oh yeah. Take out your red and put in a black dye and do the weird like spikes at the bottom, which are base indented apparently. There's your P. That's also brighter. What? They like inverted bedrock back to what it used to be like. That's so weird. Whatever. I'm gonna put everything in my inventory real quick just so I can put all these banners or lay them out across here. Put in your next one, and this will be just all black and yellow now from this point. Put in your black dye and do line across bottom, which is base fest, line across, or down left, which is pale dexter. Put in another yellow, do the full top half as black, or the, I guess the top line is black, which is chief fest. Put in a yellow dye and do the lozenge, which is the diamond. Put back in your black and do line down left and right, which is pale sinister and pale dexter. And line through middle, which is base. Next one is lowercase because I can't be bothered to try to make an uppercase Y. You'll do diagonal from top left to bottom right, which is bend. Put in your yellow dye, do the bottom half as yellow, which is perfess inverted. Black dye in again, and then bend sinister, which is top right to bottom left. Rest are fairly easy for me. I don't think you need your yellow dye again. Next one is just top, or across the top with black, which is chief fest, along with down the middle, which is pale. Next one is the same thing, just also the line at the bottom, which is base fest. Next one is a little bit stranger. It is line across top, which is chief fest, and then all 3 vertical lines. So pale, pale dexter, and pale sinister. Oh, I said it the wrong way around. It's fine. Next yellow banner, you'll do left half, or the line across down the left, God, which is pale dexter, and then you'll do just all 3 lines going left to right this time. So fest, base fest, chief fest. And that'll spell playtime. You'll then place on each of the top yellow concretes here on the right side, just these banners going in the order that we made them. Yeah, why is it glowing? Is this my settings? Like, I'll look at it later because that's not normal, I swear. It doesn't look like that on my other screen. I don't get it. Anyway, clear your inventory from this point, and That's this room done, actually. You know what that means, right? It's time to start the game station. Now, we might just, voice crack, we might just get the banner letters out of the way again, as soon as we can, of course. We don't actually have the, like, necessities to do it, but you can just head into the game station, or what will be the game station fairly soon here, and you will start by getting out yellow concrete, cyan concrete, gray concrete. You need the block of stripped bamboo, I believe it's called. Yes, I'm so smart. Bamboo slabs. Bamboo stairs. And what else do we want to go with here? I guess we can get the dome out of the way. So blue concrete, red concrete, and what will we go with, actually? That's a really interesting question. Maybe yellow terracotta to also get that out of the way. Just kind of get some stuff done here. So you want to start with the outermost yellow concretes that we placed on this row kind of outside. And you want to start by bringing them up by 10 with yellow concrete. It should end up at the top line of the archer, which almost like boxes it in, kind of, funnily enough. It's not our intention, it just kind of is what is happening. You'll then go up from either of those with 4 cyan concrete. Won't be important yet, I'll probably forget to do this, I'm sure, but, you know, it's there. It's like these little spires. I surely won't forget like that. You'll take the bottom cyan concrete and extend them in with a yellow, and then we're going to call this the doorway that we came from the back for now, just to make things a little bit easier. Because you'll take these yellows and you'll extend them forward by 2. Forward diagonally in by 1. Forward 1. Forward diagonally in 1. Forward 1. Forward diagonally in 1, and then you'll connect together. You will... I would recommend bringing that top row of yellow just in by 1 row, kind of like so, and then placing below that 2 rows of gray concrete from that inner row, which will, it should give you exactly 1 block of yellow on each side. So you'll notice here I just kind of skipped this corner because I'm going off the very inner ones. You do want one in that particular corner. It's really, that's the only spot where you have a problem, where you just are essentially squaring off a corner, but other than that, it's fairly simple. You'll actually fill in the center of this gray concrete at the bottom here. This is the, I guess, color of this part. Or something like it. I don't think I got a good enough look at it. I don't remember. And then you'll end up copying the original row of yellow just below the gray concrete. Making sure you only add the outer blocks. You do not need any more than what is visible. Or I guess what is... than what was placed originally, what I told you. You should have this. Now... this is where choices get complicated. You want to take the... not really the first yellow concrete on, like, closest to the back. You'll take the one just kind of diagonally from this pillar of yellow concrete, and you'll extend it down with 7 blocks of strip bamboo. It should be 1 higher than the yellow kind of floor here. Or the 1 block of a floor. You'll also do the same thing on the, like, rows of 2 closest to the front on the inner blocks of them. Like so. You will take the, not the top bamboo, but 1 block down on really each of them, and just making sure you follow the shape as you note this. You'll place an upside down bamboo slab kind of moving off each side from them. Again, just making sure that you do follow the yellow above you in whatever line you're going. On the sides here, it'll end up being below this yellow here, directly below it. You'll have a set of regular bamboo stairs that'll face away from each other like so. You'll need a placeholder probably to get this to work, but regardless, it'll give you this. In the center, you'll have an upside down slab in the very center, and then off either side of that, you'll have bamboo stairs also facing away, which you probably shouldn't have placed the slab first, but whatever. Just like so. Now, from this point, you want to take the top here, and this is going to be where things get a little bit annoying, probably. You'll have to bear with me, though. So, starting from the very center yellow here, you'll place a yellow concrete on top, on the, like, back row of the two. You'll go right by one, and then right with a blue. Back diagonally right with a blue, and then right with a red. Back with a red, and then back diagonally right with a yellow. Back one, then back with two blue, yellow, back diagonally left with a yellow, back with a red, left one, back diagonally left with a yellow, left one, left with two blue, a red, forward diagonally left with a red, left with a yellow, and then forward one, forward diagonally left with a blue, and then forward one, and then you should go forward from there with two red and then a yellow, forward diagonally right with a yellow, forward with a blue, right one, forward diagonally right with a red, and then right one. That's your shape. We're gonna have to do this block for block per area almost entirely. We will have to, or we'll have an area where it'll get a little bit easier, but still. Actually, I think to start, we can do as much as we can without doing block for block. So we'll start from the front here, and out of this row of 5, you'll take the middle 3 and extend them up by 1 with their respective concretes. The other remaining blocks of this little one will end up being brought back diagonally in by 1, like so. I guess, yeah, back diagonally would be correct. You'll then bring those end ones each up by 1 still with their respective concrete, and then just connect them together with whatever concrete is in line with them going kind of here. So essentially it will be 1 red in from the red and 2 yellow in from the blue. Extend this full row back a row, then up diagonally back a row, and then back by 2 rows. The right half of the yellow can actually follow this trajectory going all the way to the back. So what this essentially will mean is you'll bring it back by 2. Then, where do you go? Back diagonally down by 1. Back 1, and then back diagonally down by 1 again. Then you'll extend really just like this to, I guess, no, we won't worry about that just yet. You'll take the blue here, and you'll extend it back an additional 1, and then back with a red. Speaking of the red, I guess, you'll take the red here on the left and extend it back with also 2 rows of blue, which will be brought right by 1, like so. You'll then do the same thing with these 2 rows of blue we did with the yellow just previously. You'll go down diagonally left 1 this time. Left 1, and then, I guess down diagonally left by 1. You do have to remember that this is the back of a 5, so on the back row, you'll just bring it down by 1 rather than down diagonally left. But yeah. Is that the easy stuff? Not quite. There's a little bit more. On the right side here, where you have this little 1 strip of blue, you will take the back 2 rows of it and go, again, down diagonally right by 1. Right 1, and then just down diagonally right by 1. Just doing as much as we can before we have to actually tackle the other stuff. The weirder parts. You'll take the yellow in front of the blue we just did and pretty much do the same thing with it. I guess you'll just follow the first row of, or the front row of blue with the back row of yellow, and the front row instead will be, instead of, I guess, up 1 and then up diagonally left, it'll just be up diagonally left 1, up 1, left 1, like so. We can focus on this little corner here that we've just singled out. So ignore this red corner here. This block does not have anything on top of it. Left of it, you'll have a blue, and behind it, you'll have a red. You'll take the red here on the right and bring it up diagonally left by 1. The other side is a little bit more complicated, I guess. We'll just follow the shape here. And starting from this right blue, you'll place a blue on top. Then go up diagonally back with a blue. Back with a yellow, 2 red. Extend each of the reds and the yellow left by 1. And then the reds will go down diagonally left by 1, and the yellow will go down 1. And then from that yellow there, you'll go forward 1 as well. From the back, we have a lot still to do. This blue here you can actually bring back, so you're essentially just taking the yellow little one row that you have here and just extending it over with 2 rows of blue. And then each of these, the red and the yellow on the corners here, the ends of this row of 5 will do the same thing with their respective blocks. They'll go up diagonally, I guess forward by 1, but it's back from this angle. Then they'll go up 1, and then in by 1, we'll say. From this point, you should have just kind of this left. So, on the right side from this perspective, it'll be this side over here where you have this singular red. You'll place a red on top. You'll take the, not the corner of yellow, but the other yellow here, which is this one, and bring it up 1 and then up diagonally left by 1. On the other side, you will take this yellow here and you'll extend it up diagonally right by 1. Up 1, right 1. This part is also a little bit strange. You'll take this red and the block off either side of it you'll bring up with just a red and then have a kind of red up diagonally in from there. That dome would have been a lot easier to make if it didn't have all these colors going on. It's definitely not perfect and I definitely scuffed it. But, you know, I tried at least. Give me bonus points for trying. So, we won't use the yellow terracotta like I thought we were going to. We'll worry about that next part. But I wanted to get the banner letters done along with those spires because I don't want to forget them. So clear your inventory and get out warp stairs, warp slabs, warp fence, and we will just do that for now because I don't want to get out all the banner stuff and start that whole issue. Take the row of cyan on the left and the right here and extend it up with 2 warp fence at the top. You'll then take not the top cyan concrete but 1 down and place a warp stair off each side of it that just kind of faces away. You will kind of have the little bit of the dome thing we just made in the way. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Extend each of those warp stairs down with an upside down warp stair as well. And if you like the way that looks, you can leave it as that, but I do end up pumping out the corners a little bit with slabs, which you'll see in a second. So, as I mentioned, in line with the warp stairs in the corner, you'll have a warp slab. In line with the upside down ones, you'll have an upside down warp slab. Which will just give you this instead of this. Kind of depends which one you like better. You can play with it, of course. I think it looks fine either way, but I feel like it's a little bit wider. I'm not really sure. I made this forever ago, so it is truly hard to say. We have a lot of letters to make, and this is where the part will end once we do these, but yeah, you want to get out your loom, gray banners, white dye, and gray dye, and I guess just find a floor to actually stand on here, and smack your loom down on the floor aggressively, and put in your gray banner to start. Put in your white dye on do the line down the right, which is pale sinister. I would do the top half fully as gray, which is perfess. Yes, it is. And then put back in your white dye. You'll do line across top, which is chief fess, line down left, which is pale dexter, and then line across bottom, which is base fess. There's your G. Let me get rid of my loom real quick, so it's not in my way. Next banner is a familiar one. It is putting in the white dye and doing the top half as, or the top line is white, which is chief fess. Putting in a gray and doing the lozenge, which is the diamond. Back in the white, line down left and right, which is pale, I guess dexter and pale sinister. Line through middle, which is fess. And that's your banner. Next one is a different M, actually. I don't know why I did that, but it's a different M. So you want to do the kind of triangle at the top, which is the inverted chevron with white. You'll then just do the line down the left and right, which is pale dexter and pale sinister again. Next ray banner in, do line down left, which is pale dexter. And then line across top, middle, and bottom, which is chief fess, fess, and base fess. Next one in, you'll do bottom and top is white, which is base fess and chief fess, those are the lines. And then line from top left to bottom right, which is bend. I had to make sure I actually was saying the right one. Next one in, do line across top, which is chief fess. Line down middle, which is pale. Next one will be A and then T again, so we don't need those. Put in your next gray banner, just do line down the middle, which is pale. 2 more, which is actually a perfect hotbar's worth. Put in your gray banner, white dye along all 4 sides, so it'll be Chief Fess, Base Fess, Pale Dexter, and Pale Sinister. Gray banner, and you'll do again Pale Dexter and Pale Sinister, which are the sidelines, and then from top left to bottom right, which is bend. And that will spell out not game station or inventory. So I'm going to explain exactly how to place these because they're not particularly perfect. If you're looking at this, you will head to the left side, and you want to be on this kind of row of 2 gray that is visible. You'll head to the left of it, and on the top you'll place your G. Turn back so you're facing towards the what will eventually be the other side of the game station. You'll place your A, M, then E on this row of 5, gap of 1, S, T, A, T, I, and then you'll turn and place O, N off the sides of these. A little bit weird, but it is what it is, and that's kind of the best way I could figure out going about it. You could, in theory, place the G here, but you'll end up having gaps regardless if you do that, and over here you wouldn't be able to fit it anyway, so it just doesn't work. Unless you remove that gap, then I guess you could, but I think the gap makes it look better. Also, funny story, we'll have to make these banner letters again, except in a different color with a different banner. So, yeah, that will be fun. But anyway, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is where I'm gonna leave. What is this, part 9 of the of Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 tutorial done. We're making pretty good progress. Hopefully 10 will get like the floor done. I think that's a reasonable hope for the game station because the room is big. So as long as we can get a lot of just the little details and stuff laid out and just kind of start to work towards something, because it is a big room, we're not going to be able to get it all done at once and shouldn't expect to tackle it all as so. But anyway, thank you guys for you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.